few pairs. I mean, hands up anybody who's heard of them. Oh, a few. Well, that's fantastic. That's more than you usually get. You know, normally you're lucky if you get one hand. And they were hugely influential, and they recorded over a massive period from about 1933 to early 1950s. And one of the brothers died, and that was the end of it. But the influence of rockabilly music, rock and roll, and everything, they're forgotten. Very sad. But the first person, a great hero of Bert's, is a guy called Doc Watson, fantastic guitarist, who was a person I'd heard before. You couldn't buy any of the Delmore Brothers records at all over here. We weren't having reissued like a lot of the other sort of great acts. And I keep thinking, who's these Delmore Brothers? These fantastic songs. And Doc Watson championed them, so
he did, yeah.
when I heard the Delmores, they sounded just as good as I'd visualised, you know. I was down in London, there was a Charlie Gillett show, I don't know if anybody remembers that, on a Sunday morning, fantastic radio show. And there he goes, he whacks into Blue Stay Away From Me, which is obviously what went on the Not in Hillbillies albums. That was a definite A-lister for that album. But we're going to go with a little more kind of hillbilly thing, one of the early pieces, which they called Big River Blues, but Doc Watson called Deep River Blues.
I got them deep river blues. Let that rain drive right on, let that rain sweep along. I got them deep river blues. You know my old gal, good old pal, she looked like a waterfowl. I got them deep river blues. Ain't no one to cry for me, the fish all go out on the spree. I got them deep river blues. Give me back my old boat, I'm gonna sail in her, it should float. I got them deep river blues. I'm going back to Muscle Shoals, time's getting better, Bubba, I've been told. Hey, I got them deep river blues. You know if my boat sank with me, I'm going down, buddy, don't you see? I got them deep river blues. Now I'm gonna say goodbye. If I sink, just let me die. I got them deep river blues. Just let it rain, let it pour, let it rain a whole lot more. I got them deep river blues. Let that rain drop right on, let them waves sweep along. I got them deep river blues. I got them deep river blues.
Right, we're going to have a shot at this one. This is something I've only very rarely played. I put it on my Steel Rail Blues album. I've always been a great fan of the Well, a hillbilly singer, really, Hank Snow. I mean, he's probably thought of now as a country and western singer, but he was really influenced by the great Jimmy Rogers and people like that. And this is one of his very early things. There's a doubt if any of you heard it. Things been called "Gonna Bid My Blues Goodbye." I mean, most people know Hank Snow just from Moving On, stuff like that. But I remember seeing him. But remember when they used to televise those country music festivals from Wembley in the 70s, and I remember Hank Snow being on with this wonderful pearl inlaid Martin. Doing it, did a blistering set, and he was a hell of a guitarist as well. Damn good guitarist, apart from a great big baritone voice. And at the end of his set, he just flicked the guitar over, and in huge pearl letters was "Thanks" on the back. Tasteful, oh, brilliant, very funny. Yeah, great. But this is one of these things. Gonna Bid My Blues Goodbye. So I've got a crib sheet here because I've only once sung it.
Steve taught this to the Jaybirds last night, so we never have played it before, so we'll see how it goes.
Yeah. I'll get a riff going, guys, alright?
Yeah, sure, get it started.
Can you see us?
See, that's fine.
A bit loud, I'm going to turn this down because I'm playing rhythm on
I got the blues, there be no words on my mind, I'm feeling sad. I got the blues, lost the truest pal I've ever had. Can't figure why, I only know I'm all alone, I'm feeling sad. Don't understand, she left me here alone and didn't tell me why. Another man must have won a loving on the slide. But I'll be fair, I'll catch a shooting star and bid my blues goodbye.
Let's play the blues, guys. Come on.
Is always followed with the sun up in the sky. So when you're down, you find a silver lining if you try. But if you can't find it, then catch a shooting star and bid your blues goodbye. That Milky Way out where the moon is hanging low. I'm gonna leave my cares and worries with the world below. I'm heading west, I'll never see my loving baby's face no more.